Do you feel unloved? Well, don't feel that way anymore. Because we're here with Whiskey with Don. Welcome aboard. I got my friends right here, Jason and Ray. And we are here for another episode of Let's Drink Something Besides Rum. So we're going to have some whiskey.
And we're gonna have your favorite whiskey.
We are having my favorite whiskey today?
If you know Don, you will know this. Let's just say this: if you don't know this, then you don't know Don. Don's favorite whiskey is Crown Royal.
That's it.
Crown
Don't
Royal,
ask for a lot.
Crown Royal and Pepsi, to be exact.
That's it. Crown and Pepsi.
Not Crown and Coke. It'll pass, but Crown and Pepsi. But here's the interesting thing: I didn't know this until I started to hang out with you.
Right.
You have your regular Crown Royal.
I do.
This is your standard, but I didn't know. But
That's my go-to.
But there's several other types of
Right,
Crown
they come
Royal.
out with seasonal stuff, but then they have different premiums and different blends, and I had no idea the world of Crown until we started hanging out down here.
I didn't know there was. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through some of the other types of Crown Royal that we have here, and we're gonna taste them. We're gonna make some comparisons and see what we think.
Yep.
So this is the first one. This is your typical,
That's my go-to.
This is the go-to Crown Royal. This has no any abbreviations or anything like that.
Nope.
Right?
Just,
No, it's just Crown Royal blended Canadian whiskey. I didn't think poorly of Crown, but I never really thought about Crown. It just wasn't something I really drank until I started coming down here, and I figured, well, Don's always drinking Crown. I'm gonna drink some Crown with Don.
Yep.
And I've developed a fondness for it. But what was your introduction to Crown Royal? Was it the original Crown Royal? And do you have any recollection of when you started liking on Crown?
I was a late drinker.
A late drinker.
A late drinker. Growing up, during my pre-legal drinking stages, I didn't really drink much of hard alcohol.
Most of us cut our teeth on beer, so to speak.
We did.
Cut your beef.
Yes,
I cut my beef on beer.
We cut our beef.
Cut our teeth on beer. Your beer teeth.
Based off of our age, I'll bring up, it's an embarrassing story, but Zima. Do you remember Zima?
Oh yeah, it was like all the refreshment of seltzer with the aftertaste of baby powder.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah, it tastes like the 90s.
It does taste like the 90s.
It was a nice break from wine coolers.
Yes.
Dude, I never even drank Zima. I did drink wine coolers, but I never drank
Right.
Zima.
So-
Because actually, ironically, I drank underage, and then in the 90s, when I actually became of age, I stopped drinking completely.
Wow.
So I was actually straight edge out throughout most of the 90s.
Oh, wow.
So I'm glad because that way I didn't drink shitty drinks like Zima and shit like
I
that.
always thought Zima was like getting drunk for lightweights that weren't tough enough for light beer.
You know what? And that's and that's the case. And I tried.
So you went from Zima to the Crown Royal?
No.
It's all right, what an upgrade.
No, I did not. I just could not drink beer, and I was like, oh well, this Zima, let's try this. This is workable. But I never felt.
I'm picturing a 90s Don with like a sweater on with the chain.
Oh, I did, and I had my hair was permed at the time, and it was fully, the full 90s shaved around, and it was long, but it was all off the top, full Southern California skater style. When we moved to Oregon, I was introduced to Widmer products, which was the Widmer Hefeweizen.
Oh, yeah.
Gotcha.
Problem with Hefeweizen is it's a very thick yet yummy beer, but that beer has a lot of calories and you put a lot of weight on.
There's a sandwich in every beer.
Yes, and it's a double sandwich. But I consumed quite a bit of that because we had a good time and we were a fun house and do that. And anyways, through the years, it's like, well, we got to curb this back. This isn't working. So then I started kind of looking at something that wasn't so big, so many beers I could drink, a couple of cocktails, and I started testing out the Crown Royal and the Seagrams and the other types of whiskeys. My dad, he's a whiskey drinker, so at that point, the Crown worked well. I liked it. I liked the taste of it, and I could nurse a Crown and Coke for quite a while, and
It doesn't sit so heavy. Plus, you got the added
Absolutely.
carbonation and the caffeine from the Pepsi.
yes, then that's it. There, everybody out there is like, oh, you don't need to drink Pepsi. Yeah, I got it. I probably shouldn't either, but I also am no longer drinking multiple, giant
Right.
mugs.
Well, this is something that I mean, I'm sure it's the same for you guys too. It's sort of like as you get older, the reason why you're drinking changes. Like my
Right.
days of like I want to drink because I want to get wasted are long gone.
Right.
I'm more about social drinking. So
Absolutely.
like if I'm here, I'm not like I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get drunk. I just want to drink with you. It's a social thing.
Absolutely.
And I don't want to get wasted.
Right.
A nice little buzz would be cool.
It's about getting where you want to be and then maintaining that.
Yeah, and I don't know about you
you've
guys.
got the recipe where you know how much Crown you got to take in to stay exactly where you want to be.
Well, yeah, and that's exactly it. I mean,
And another thing in particular, I'm not you guys, but like, I deal with like acid reflux. So there's a lot of stuff that like you're talking about beer. Like I do love
Right.
beer, but if I gotta watch it because if I drink beer, I'm gonna be like fire beer
Right.
and dragon.
right,
The nice thing about like whiskey is there's no carbs,
right.
and if you did like say whiskey and like a diet Pepsi, not that you do it.
I tried.
The drink itself is not that bad when you really get down to it. It's better than drinking a Hefeweizen.
Absolutely.
Hey gang, we'll get back to the Tiki conversation here in just a second, but I want to let y'all know they have t-shirts for sale. They are screen printed in America. The artist is Tony Canepa, and they're going for $20 a piece, $25 including shipping. If you're interested in buying one, go to my website, tikiwithray.com, and then there's a tab that says buy a t-shirt. Click on there and just follow the prompts. So thank you very much. So enough talking. Let's try this.
Let's try this
So
stuff
this-
out.
You got the samples over there, so you're gonna have to pass those around.
So this is the first one. This is your base Crown Royal.
Yep.
Crown Royal.
This is the start.
Entry level Crown.
So here you go.
Okay.
Here you go,
So
Jason.
these are the.
Thank you.
This is the start,
So this is the start,
and this is the main. This is
and this
where it
is
all started.
and this is to
Gentlemen?
you, Don.
Cheers.
Smooth, tasty, dare I say refreshing.
It is.
It's a little on the sweet side compared to what I'd normally drink,
It is, and that's
but
and
it
that's
goes down very smooth.
and that's probably why I tend to kind of lean towards the Crown to begin with, because it is a little bit of the sweet side on there. There's a lot of whiskeys, and I've got a a plethora of other whiskeys upstairs.
And this is
But this is
where's
my
this
go-to.
from? This is Canadian,
It's Canadian.
Yeah, it's
So it's-
Canadian and it's blended.
but it's not a bourbon.
No.
No. So this is a Crown Royal Rye.
Yeah.
Yes.
Interesting.
Did you look
So
up?
I didn't do any background on this one because I usually our rum episodes I do a lot of background on.
Sure.
But rye whiskey is just it's a form of whiskey that tends to have more of a spicy note to it.
It does.
Spicy note. All right, let's try
Yep.
this. Well, so here you go.
Thank you, sir.
And this is gonna have a spicy note to it.
Compared to
All right, let's try this.
so yeah, I definitely get a little more spice, almost a little peppery there.
Oh, there's
Compared
more
to
of a bite.
Yeah.
It does have bite to it.
Although strangely, it doesn't have
Definite
quite as
bite.
much burn going down as the standard.
See, I disagree. This
Okay.
this one has more of a bite.
Huh.
Well, I'll tell you this: it has more of a bite. It's a little harsher, but there's more flavor to it. There's more of a taste.
There is.
Yeah.
I like it though.
There's a lot more going on as it goes over your palate. But honestly, on the way down, I think I got a little more burn off of the standard Crown Royal than I do off the rye. Are they both the same alcohol level?
This
ABV?
This is a 90%.
Well, that says 90% whiskey, and this
think
is
that's a
80 proof.
80
Okay,
So this
so-
is stronger then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a
So
little.
that's a
got
40.
little
That's a
more.
45% versus a 40%.
Yep, got a little more pop to it.
Okay.
But I have a feeling that if you were to use this, either one in a cocktail, it's going to alter it. But this one's going to have more of a presence
But I know.
than the Crown Royal Straight. So what's the story with this Crown Royal Black?
So I'm not familiar with this one, Ray, and I do not have my reading eyes on right now, so I'm going to pass that over to you.
So
90 proof, so it's definitely going to be stronger than the
Yeah,
standard.
it's equivalent to the rye, so it's a 45% alcohol by volume.
it is.
Oh,
and
it's a robust and full-bodied Crown Royal.
it is. It's a robust and
Totally
full,
makes sense.
and full body. Probably aged in charcoal casks. I don't know.
But I'm curious.
Here's the interesting part with Crown Black. So people bring me gifts quite often. They know that I'm a Crown drinker, and I do appreciate everything they bring. And they have a tendency to bring me Crown Black because
it's nicer.
And
it's
apparently
slightly more premium than the
it's
standard
premium.
Crown,
It costs more than the standard, and I do appreciate it. But the great part is with my store of choice where I purchase my beverages. They actually let me trade in every time for my original.
Nice.
Well, let's try this black. Let's
pass that one over to
So
Rick.
what you're saying is you don't like this as much as just your good standard.
And, you know, it's not my choice, but
let's try it.
You know,
let's see what happens.
So it's definitely smoother than the rye. It's actually very silky smooth. I'm getting almost no burn swallowing it.
I agree. But
It's not very flavorful because
not,
it's so
yeah,
smooth.
It's not.
And the
I kind of
flavor
want it to kick me in the palate more.
yeah, and even
Right.
and the flavor that's there, I don't know if I like it. Like it's okay, I'll drink it,
absolutely.
but the taste that I like the taste of the rye. Mm-hmm. But this is smooth. It's probably the smoothest of all three.
If I make it home from work, and for some reason someone has snuck into the house and drank all my regular, and that's all that's on the shelf, by all means, I will not run from it, but it is not my first choice.
But it's not that friendly feeling you get off the original.
It's
Is
not.
it safe
A
to say
lot
that
of Crown aficionados out there, they like the Crown Black, but it's for me. It's
I don't
just not
even
my-
I don't even like it.
It's not.
I'm
my,
gonna just come out and say it. I don't think I even
Do you
like
get like
it.
a really weak coffee flavor, like
Little
watered
bit.
down coffee?
There
or
is
maybe,
some.
Yeah.
Maybe
some
if somebody
dark-
was to make like a cough syrup that was coffee flavored.
it's just.
Yeah, I mean, if this was a cough syrup, it tastes great.
So all we got left now is the reserve. So we're going premium, huh?
Yeah, the reserve. So I've tried the reserve. I've tried the reserve a few times over the years, but honestly, this time it's really kind of made a big difference as far as taste wise. I let Ray try it earlier when they showed up, and it was kind of a complete different feel to it. One of my vendors had purchased a bottle for the holidays for me. And, and I've had it before, and I thought, well, okay, so I cracked it open, and it was, something's changed in my kind of taste profile where I definitely like the smoothness of this particular,
Can I see this?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, hey, yeah, great. And it is, it's a step up, a little bit more of a premium for Crown.
80 proof, so it's the same proof as the first one.
It is, and smooth-wise, it is very, very.
Yeah, I'll trade you.
Trade me for the actual taste test.
So let's try this.
All right.
Let's see what
Cheers to our fourth.
Cheers.
Right here.
All right. Definitely more robust and flavorful. Very
is.
smooth.
It is.
Very smooth.
Yep. It doesn't have the kind of that dark edge that the
Right.
Crown Black had.
And the Crown Black, it wasn't a bad flavor. It just wasn't a natural flavor. I don't know. There was just something off for me. So I see what you mean.
That,
Okay, I'm gonna be a complete outlier on this. Now that I've tasted all these together, it's better than the black.
For sure.
It's smooth. Mm-hmm. The taste is better, but I'm not getting much of a taste.
Yeah.
And I think I got it. Well, I'll wait and see what you guys feel, but I like this.
Mm-hmm.
But I think how I'm gonna say it. Let's just do it right now. If I was to put these in order, I think I like the rye the best because I like rye whiskey. I like the taste. I like the bite. Then I like the standard Crown Royal.
Mm-hmm.
Then the reserve.
Okay.
I think the reserve is a better sipping rum than this.
Right.
But even the original Crown Royal
Yeah, this
has
is
more
rum. This is whiskey.
has a more of a, I'll get that right. And then the black I don't even like.
So
I like the reserve, the rye, and the standard, but I think I like the rye the best.
Okay.
And then I think as just overall, I like this. It's great, but it's almost too smooth.
So
What do
Ray,
you think, Jay? What do you
so
think?
Ray, you and I I think you and I are equal in that we've probably had more rum than we have whiskey.
Yeah.
Over the years, and I think the way we taste things is more informed by rum, and I tend to like the more flavorful mid-level than the premium super mellow stuff because I want something to be going on.
Yeah,
So I
you're
want
looking
something
for the
flavorful.
bite.
Yeah.
So yeah, if I get a mid-level flavorful rum,
Yeah.
I'm happier than if I get a super premium rum that I spent much more money on, but it just seems to be lacking in flavor or interest.
Yeah,
for me.
I agree with you, Jason.
So
because
yeah,
when
I think of these, I enjoyed the rye the most. The rye is kind of a flavor bully. After that, you want to taste more.
I think you're right because as we've been doing this, at first you think like, oh, you want your liquor to be smooth, but when you have the smoothness,
Right.
then you take away the flavor.
Well, your definition of smooth changes because when you first start drinking or you drink a new spirit for the first time, smooth means, hey, this doesn't hurt when I drink it.
Right.
So
then-
how would you order these, Jason? In your opinion, how would you?
I like the rye.
You like that the
most.
best?
I think I like the reserve a little bit better than the standard, but it's not a huge difference considering the price difference.
Then the
And then
standard.
the black would be the last.
Do you even like the black?
I wouldn't drink it on purpose, but I wouldn't say no if somebody gave it to me.
So you're being a little bit more diplomatic.
It's kind of it's not that it's bad, just there are things I like more.
Yeah, I hear you.
I don't actively dislike it.
Well, Don, you've had all 4 of these in a row. What's your opinion?
Well, I have, and me personally, I'm going right back to my old faithful
Old
right
faithful.
here.
Old
That's your
reliable.
It honestly is my favorite, and if
Okay.
I was to rank them right here, I would say
That's your favorite.
favorite,
What's
the
number 2?
reserve, the rye, and the black. If I have nothing else on the shelf,
Price points. This is the cheapest, though, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So literally, when it comes down to it, the cheapest one, the standard, is still.
For me, is the best.
And the rye is usually less than the black.
Yes, it is. The black is actually.
So it's a good point to know that like just because a whiskey is more expensive doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be better. I mean, I'm sure there are people that are going to drink the Crown Royal Black and be like, oh my god, this is amazing, but that's not. I think another thing too is I think this is so far removed from what Crown Royal tastes like that it doesn't even taste like Crown Royal.
So in Oregon prices, this bottle is $25.
Okay.
This bottle on regular,
If you're getting the
size,
the
if you're getting the right
750
size with it, is going to be $47. This one's $37, and then this one is right about the same as the black, maybe just a little bit less than that.
Yeah, where I shop on the base that I work at, and so give or take about $24, about $26, about $30.
Yep.
And I want to let you know, Don, even like when I said this, like I said, like this might be my favorite, but even I'm acknowledging the fact that this doesn't really taste like Crown Royal as it should.
Yeah, it's a complete different...
I'm not saying that I would prefer this more than this.
Right, this is a different flavor profile. It really, like, if you put the two together, I would have a hard time.
If I was gonna like, I need to go buy some Crown Royal.
Right.
I would still buy the standard.
Yeah, I mean, that's just what goes down smooth. And
But more importantly, anyone, if you're gonna buy our buddy Don a gift, this
give me regular.
Don't get the black. The rye will pass.
Yeah, but
Crown Royal
just give me
standard.
regular. Just give me regular. But and it's okay if you don't, because I got it worked out with the store. They'll swap it out whatever I want.
So Don,
So when they come back again, it's like, well, I guess you really like that black. It's already gone. Oh yeah, totally down that. Yeah. That.
and somewhere you have a big pile of the Crown bags too, don't you?
Oh, I have a...
Someday you will have a robe or some
Well,
pants.
apparently
or a
Heather has
jacket.
talked about making me a full Crown tracksuit. So
And then
like
that's
that
what
idea.
you're gonna wear when you film.
yes, when that's done,
And then once you get it up more, then we'll be wearing them too.
I will be wearing a very large Crown tracksuit.
And then hopefully by that point, Crown Royal better be sponsoring us. So.
I would hope so. You're the one that comes and makes amazing tiki drinks.
and tries to convince you otherwise. Unsuccessful, except for the honey honey.
The honey
you did
honey,
like the honey honey,
especially
especially
with,
a honey honey made with Crown.
Listen, that honey honey with Crown, that was a game changer for me right there. I all of a sudden felt there was hope for me to actually have a tiki drink in my hand from time to time.
So now you know you can go to any tiki bar and tell them, hey, I want you to make me a 1944 Mai Tai, but use Crown Royal, don't use rum.
Yes, I love that. And I didn't have that information before that.
And Heather, when and if that ever happens, which means it won't, can you videotape that?
I just want to see the look on the bartender's face.
No, I want to see the look on my face because I'm like, Don actually did that?